my beautiful, amazing crochet family. Welcome to my all over the place crochet broadcast, y'all. I am so excited to start this journey on YouTube with y'all for this broadcast because listen, before we get into anything I'm gonna show y'all today, because I know you see on the title we're talking a little bit about some whips that I'm doing. But before we get into that, I want y'all to understand what the all over the place crochet broadcast is all about. So I was trying to beat myself up about what is it that I wanted to continuously do when it comes down to crochet and just to create content for my crochet on my YouTube channel. So then I'm telling you, out the blue, it hit me out the blue, it was like, listen, all over the place, crochet broadcast, that's what it is, that's what it's going to be. And what that means to me is simply, I don't have anything pre planned. Oh, goodness, I don't have anything pre planned. I don't have anything organized, because honestly, I am not genuinely the organized type when it comes down just to my everyday life. You have some people who can kind of like get so much done by being organized, and you have some people who can get just as much done as being quote unquote not so organized. I am on the latter side. I am that person to where it may look a little chaotic, but I know where everything is and I know how everything is going, or the flow of things. And for me personally, that's just the way that I'm wired. Now, for a long time, people have told us that we have to do things a certain way in order to be quote unquote, like, I guess this is the perfect person, or this is which we know is no such thing as a perfect person, but this is the way that you should do things. But honestly, I have always been that person that did things outside of the box. And I have always been such a creative to where I can do 101 things at one time. Now, sometimes I have to pause, but my ideas come to me more when I'm actually being more and more active. So I was just like, listen, we're going to just do the same thing with this crochet channel, and I'm going to stop trying to come up with a million and one ideas. It's just like, no, clash all your ideas together. We're going to broadcast, and we're going to name it the All Over the Place Crochet Broadcast. Because guess what? I'm sure I'm not the only one. So today we're going to be talking about whips. But what I did, y'all, I even have a little notebook. I wrote down what I wanted to talk about today because it was just some things that were on my mind. And if you follow me in my last couple of lives, I have talked about and shown some of these whips. But I think it'd just be cool to do a little video about it too, because I'm not going to be here long. Where on my live, I did kind of talk a little longer. But anyways, y'all, I wanted to come and talk a little bit about some whips and what I'm actually working on. I'm doing right now, I have with the Granny Square yarn. Like I said, you may seen this in my live. So if you've seen it, y'all, it's okay. But I got a little progress done. So we are moving right along. This right here is the sweater. I'm doing a hexagon sweater for my daughter, and y'all, I'm getting good work done. So this is what I have so far. And of course, with the hexi cardigans, you have to do two sides with two panels, and you connect the two panels together. And I'm using the Granny Square Red Heart, which is one of my favorite yarns. And I think I'm gonna have to probably get like a couple of more balls of yarns of this to finish this project. But this one is in Rad Party, so I'm excited. I feel like this is a project I know I'm going to get done, and I'm excited about it because as the weather continue to change and it cools down, it's like making me want to work on it more. But I have that as a work in progress. I also have my monthly August blanket, and if you have seen the channel if you've been with the channel from the beginning of this year, I spoke about how I wanted to do one blanket a month, and a granny square stitch blanket a month. This one is a continuous granny square, and this one is what we have so far. It's in the eraser theme. So we have the pink in the middle, the gray around, and the yellow. And then I'm going to edge it off with black for a little bit of that pencil effect. So that's how much we have on that. So I'm continuously working on both of these projects simultaneously, I would say, honestly, because I may want to pick up the hexie cardigan 1 hour, and a couple of hours go by, I may want to pick up that blanket. And one thing I like about Granny Square, and I'm sticking to what I love. So what you will see more so a lot from the all over the place crochet broadcast would be that these are just genuinely things that I love. I don't have anything that I'm following, or I may wake up today and say I want to make a hat, or I want to make a love plush, or I want to do XYZ. That's what we're going to see in these videos, because that's just how I work. I feel like I'm more relaxed in that setting. I work better in that setting. And I feel like we have to make it okay to let people know, listen, do what you want to do what you love to do, and honestly, do what makes you happy. Like, you don't have to have just this all around organized video, all around organized situation to where it's like, we do this at this time, we do this at this time, we do it. No, one day you may wake up and say, hey, I want to change my whole algorithm, and that is okay. So I want this broadcast to let people know it is okay. So if you're a crafter and you can crochet, you can sew, you can do whatever. And if this resonates with you, I hope that you stick around and just enjoy all of this. Let's see, I don't want to call it unorganized bliss, but that's exactly what it is. But whatever we want to name it, because listen, whatever we give something name to, that's what it becomes. But we are just going to call this our happy place. You know what I'm saying? Our all over the place happy place. And it is okay to be all over the place. So those are the two whips that I have right now. Y'all, in between those whips, I actually got some completed projects done, because yesterday I completed a hat. Well, when y'all are seeing this video, it'll be like yesterday. But I did completed a hat that I wanted to do for myself, because like I said, the weather is changing. I thought it was really cool to get like a cute little, just a soft ruffle hat. I'll make a short about that. Y'all may see the short before y'all see this video, but that's a completed item that I did this week. And I wanted to show y'all before we get up out of here. I want to show y'all, I called it more so like a premeditated whip, because I spoke about it on the live about my nephew loving everything that I make. And I said I wanted to start my Christmas makes early this year, so that we could get those things bagged up, completed, and they can have them by Christmas. Because y'all, I'm going to be honest, one thing about being all over the place is that sometimes you have like a million and one ideas, and in your mind and in your heart you're going to get it done, but all of those things don't get done. But I am going to hold myself accountable as well to get these things done, because the last two Christmases I wanted to give handmade gifts, and y'all, I did not complete that task. But this year I am going to complete the task, and all my family have my nephew to thank, because guess what? Nephew shows how great it is to love on and to make a handmade gifts. And he loves my handmade gifts. But anyways, let's get into the premeditated whip. The premeditated whip is going to come from this book right here, which is Edwards. I wrote the pronunciation because I knew I was going to mess it up, y'all. Menagri. Listen, I knew I was going, but we know y'all see it right here. This book right here. So what I am going to do is, the very first project that I made my nephew was a dog. So what I'm going to do is pull from this one. I think it's a dog character on this one. Let me see. We have is that a rabbit? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 projects on this one. I don't think I see a dog, y'all. But I think a dog is in there. If not, we can manipulate it into a dog, y'all. But these are some of the projects that's on it. And what I'm going to do is use this book and create my nephew a dog from this one for Christmas. Now, one thing that I really like about this book too, that caught my attention and why I got it, is that I really like how the patterns look a little rustic, and then they don't call for safety eyes. So I'm not going to put safety eyes on them. And I like the fact that they are rustic, and when you look at it, it's more like it kind of gives me like that old time, back in the day vibes type. And I really, really love that. I love the nostalgia of a lot of things from back in the day. So this is going to be perfect for me. And one thing that I think I'm going to do is pull probably a couple of patterns and do a couple more for some other family members. I'm not sure because I have some other cool pattern books that I may pull from. And I'm just looking forward to creating some of the stuff that's in this book. I think it's going to be cute. Like I said, it's so many different options to choose from. I like how it got the rustic look, and I know my nephew's going to like it. And plus, listen, Auntie can crochet a little better now, so that's what we're going to do. So this is coming from a premeditated whip. Look how that sound, premeditated whip. I think that was so cute. But anyways, I'm gonna keep that in there. So before we get up out of here, as I do in all of my videos, I like to leave y'all with a word from the inspirational jar. But the thing is, y'all, I did not fill up the inspirational jar. But while I was getting prepared for this video, I did wrote something down, and this has been with me since this morning. So I was just like, listen, as much as it's a message for myself, I feel like I have messages for everybody else as well. So I'm going to end this video by saying, and I'm looking down because I'm reading, y'all. Everything is nothing until you place value, description, purpose, or meaning behind it. I want to say that one again. Everything is nothing until you place value, description, purpose, or meaning behind it. A lot of times, it would take some people to listen to things 2 and 3 times. It would take some people just having to experience life in order to understand some things, right? And when that hit me this morning, I was like, it's so much truth to that. And a lot of times we rehear things, or things are repeated to us that we may already heard before, or somebody else may said it, but it only hits at a certain time. And sometimes it hit at the time to where in our journey in this lifetime, we are at a place to where, hey, we were meant to get that message. And I felt like for me, that hit on a different level, although there's something that I live by, abide by, and I understand, because a lot of the things that we value, a lot of the things that we have purpose behind, is because someone put a meaning on that. So I challenge you all to place a meaning on the things that really means a lot to you in life, but I want you to place your own meaning on it. What does that thing mean to you? Just like I said, when I started this broadcast, I had the all over the place. To some people, that can have such a negative connotation to it, like, oh no, it's not good to be all over the place or to have your mind wander or do 1,000,001 things at one time. But for me, that means like I am living in what makes me happy. I'm doing the things that make me happy. I'm excited about bringing my crochet love to y'all, and I'm doing it in a way to where, listen, I don't have any instructions on the board, y'all. I'm just going. It's like I'm living freely and sharing my love with y'all. And I hope y'all really enjoy this broadcast. I'm gonna be coming again. I wanted to announce that I wanted to do it on certain days, but listen, it's called the All Over the Place broadcast for a reason, because I may want to do it on Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesday. Or I may want to do it Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Or I may just want to do it once, twice, three, whatever times a week. It doesn't matter because it's all over the place. I just hope that y'all enjoyed this video. I hope that y'all join this journey with me, and let me know in the comments below, what are y'all working on? What is a whip that y'all had in y'all project stash for the longest that you say, you know what? She's talking about whips. I'm gonna pull this whip out. I'm gonna do this right here. Let me know. Just talk to me in the comments below. I really enjoy y'all for being one of the best part of my crochet family. And with that being said, always remember, I am your one and your only Lady of Crochet, LadySamoan, and I will see you next time.